Offer on the table, just make sure you bring the pay.
Too much sauce, how I rock. Watch me drip out the lot. Me and Cuz at the spot, rolling pot, loading shots. Got a lot from the block, put in work, then I shop. If you try me for this knot, boy, you gon' meet the Glock. Full Nick, riding round, probably one in the top. In my hood, what it is, boy, pull over, stop. If you fuck around, up shots and probably won't stop. This the life I live, pay the price you probably would not. I'm a hot boy, pop a bitch at Modelo time. We just about to drink, you don't need to bring out the wine. Hola mama, see the look at you, yeah, you so fine. I'm a rowdy rough boy, look at Blossom from behind. She couldn't close her mouth.
What is up, everyone? It is your gamer Val Cash. You already know what's up. I'm here joined by my Marcel.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you already know, I am Marlon Morgan, aka Mar7, the self-proclaimed Beast King of Chicago. Game commentator, advocate in the gaming community here in Chicago. I want to say it, but I ain't gonna say it. But I'll just say hairy man of the gaming community as well, because I look like a Neanderthal and I need a haircut, and I'm also balding, and it's very terrible. So what's up, man?
If you want to go to Val Cuts, just hit me up. You know, Val Cuts is not a building. It's a personal owned person named Val Cash. He cuts people hair. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I would definitely mess up your hair. I'll make your hair look like mine. It's gonna be awful. I don't think you want a haircut like mine.
Nah, man. I got a barber in mind that I gotta go and visit as soon as I can. Definitely as soon as I can, because it's desperately needed, you know.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I remember a lot of people had that issue during the lockdown.
Yeah.
But today is Sunday for us. For you guys, it might be Sunday. I'm not too sure yet. I have to see if I could upload it today. If not, definitely tomorrow, though. You know, that's why you gotta follow me on Twitter. So I keep that stuff updated. And
Precisely.
what you call it? The consoles launch, as we all know. I hope some of y'all got able to copy yours.
And not for $1,500 on eBay.
Exactly, because I woke up the next morning and I didn't get that for Xbox. I don't know why. It's probably because my phone knows that I don't search up Xbox as much.
Oh no, the reason why, because we'll get into it once we get to that subject.
Oh, okay. I was sort of just gonna go for that one right there and then start off with the good stuff, you know.
And I mean, the good stuff, of course, is the fact that yes, we do have new consoles out now. We have the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series consoles, because it's the S and the X. To be honest, pretty solid launch. I kind of figured everything that is going on right now is exactly what I thought was going to happen. It's not too surprising.
I heard you could cook a steak on the Xbox Series X, which is a pretty cool detail, if I have to say so myself.
Yeah, if only people actually had their facts straight and were capable of finding out that that is highly untrue.
Yeah.
For one, the temperature on the Xbox Series X is actually cooler than the PS5. Fun fact.
Oh, really?
People have actually checked with digital thermometers to just see how hot and cold they can get over time, and it turns out that the PS5 can get just slightly hotter than the Xbox Series X, which is interesting because that means there's more horsepower being put into the Xbox Series X, but for the fact that it's slightly cooler shows the type of stability that next gen games are going to have over time onto the Series X, which is interesting because that essentially just confirms that there's going to be a PlayStation 5 Pro. So guys, get ready for your purchase.
It's all good, you know. If I'm bound to get both, you know, like either way, regular, pro, and then it's probably gonna end up being either the same price, I believe. No, I'm pretty sure.
Well, we'll see. We probably won't see it for another 2 years, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up getting like a PS5 Pro eventually.
But yeah, so
yeah, what are your thoughts on both consoles?
So far as I know, there's nothing been too bad. I do was pretty disappointed about these scalpers because I know someone that actually bought one off of a scalper, and I'm like, no, dude, this is you. You're the reason why that people do this because they know someone out there is actually gonna buy it. Like I rather have the scalpers get stuck with all them systems and not able to sell it and probably have to get forced to sell it for the same price. You know what I mean? That's the part where I was pretty disappointed at. And then for the console itself, it seems like everybody's having fun. I see screenshots already of the Xbox Series X. I haven't seen too many screenshots of the PlayStation. It's not that I'm looking for it. It's just I was, if it come across my feed, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Everybody's enjoying Spider-Man Malers. People enjoying I don't know, some Xbox game. I forgot what it was, but I saw a screenshot of it. I think it was just Destiny 2, but for on the Series X version. So everybody's having fun on Destiny.
Cool, cool, cool.
I saw a video and I just realized I saw the PlayStation 5 controller. The R2 and L2 is upside down. So when people go
Interesting.
check the controller, they don't usually just tilt it like that. They actually just
Yeah, they just
So
flip it up to just look at it from the
yeah,
top. Yeah,
yeah, I think
that's
that's
probably
what
why they
the
did it.
yeah, I thought that too. So I'm like, that makes sense. I know that there is a situation with Cold War though. I don't know if it's a situation for the new consoles, but I know for the PlayStation 4, it freezes, and
Interesting.
my buddy had to find a way how to it no okay, so the controller loses disconnection, and then I guess you can't connect it back unless you pull the plug out or something. And I'm like, that's so weird.
That's okay. That's a new thing. I haven't heard that one before. I have heard of other issues that have been going on with the game itself. Um, but I mean, kind of jumping back into like talking about both consoles. Like for me, I ended up checking both out. I have a bunch of friends of mine who are like showing me all the pictures they got either one or the other or both. And if they have both, they usually have too much money on their hands. But no, wait, both consoles, from the way how I've been seeing how people have been experiencing them, kind of it's kind of even on both sides for now. I knew the biggest thing that was going to be the problem for the Xbox Series X. There's technically no game that are out that are truly next gen, because a lot of games that you're able to play now are through Game Pass, but all the games that are on Game Pass you can play on the Xbox One. So like there isn't any true next gen. I believe there's not going to be a real next gen experience until Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. Once that comes out, then we'll have the true next gen experience. But for now, we're
Technically
not messing
speaking,
with that right now.
is the load time's not quicker though? No, I know the
No,
load
yeah,
times are quicker. So that is
the
an
load times are quicker and
shouldn't
everything.
that count as a
No, that doesn't count as next generation experience. That counts as PC from 4 years ago experience. like,
ha?
like, oh look, my my console could load up as fast as a PC now. I never knew this could happen. Like, come on now.
Wait, hold on. Let me think. I don't know about that. Is that? I don't know. I haven't been. My PC runs games decently quick, but not quick enough, right? That I might have to go back to, because I swear I don't know. I mean, I never
I mean,
played
that
a.
also depends on what kind of specs you're running on the PC. Because I'm talking like mid to high end PC. You've been able to like load in the games pretty quick for like the longest time now. It's
Hmm.
just a new experience on consoles now for a lot of people. Like for example, like the PCs over there by GameWorks, they're
Yeah.
not super high end or anything. They're actually pretty decent. But at the same time, like I'm able to load into whatever game I play pretty quick.
Yeah, I was about
Like
to
I used
say.
to love playing Destiny 2 on those PCs just because it loaded up my stuff fairly quick. I didn't have to sit there for like 2.5 minutes waiting for a load screen. No, it only took like 30 seconds. I was like already in, choosing my character, about to hit orbit, and then about to choose the tower. Like that's how quick it was. But it's now the console experience now that everyone's sort of excited that hey, I can load into all my games super fast. And then the whole quick save feature as well, which is pretty nifty on the Xbox. The fact that you can play like 4 different single player games and then you're able to jump on. Oh, I got an Amber Alert just now. Oh Lord, that scared me for a second. I was like, wait, what? Yeah,
Oh, dude, for a second I'm
yeah, I
thinking,
got.
I'm like, wait, is that the weather? No, 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 that's someone getting
No,
kidnapped.
no, no. Yeah,
Oh, good luck
surprise,
to the
surprise.
person.
Anyway, oh no. Anyway,
Oh no. Oh man, we canceled. Nah, guys,
just a
it's
typical
just a
Sunday
yeah, it really is out here in the city of Chicago.
in the
So
city of Chicago. Yep.
keep safe out there,
But
though.
going back to the quick save files and that, like the single player experiences that you're able to have, and then you can instantly jump into the last game that you played. Like for example, if you're playing through the campaign of Black Ops Cold War right now, but you're also playing through the campaign for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you
I
can
know
jump
what you're
in
talking about.
between both campaigns, which is
So,
pretty cool. Like I really like that idea. And on top of that, like it kind of ties into the whole thing where every game loads up super fast. You can do it only up to 4 games so far. From what I have seen, it's only up to 4 games.
yeah.
So that's a pretty nice experience right there. If you play online games, like if you're playing MMOs, it's gonna take you out of whatever server or whatever you're playing on. Like if I'm playing Fantasy Star Online 2, and then I try to jump on some Call of Duty multiplayer, it's gonna take me out of the Fantasy Star Online 2 server because I'm no longer active because I'm on another game. So
Yeah,
online portion, it won't. You can't quick save, obviously. I
it'd be
mean, first of
crazy if they
all,
did.
yeah, if they're capable of doing that, I would have to say that Google Fiber needs to hurry up and be available for everyone. But thankfully, that's not the case right now. Another great thing that I found really cool, the fact that it's actually pretty easy to save a lot of your stuff now, just because there's a save button on the Series X controller. There really isn't too much of a difference between the regular Xbox One controller and the Series X, other than the grip feels a little different and the buttons in the middle, and of course the D-pad they ended up changing as well. A lot of people have been saying the D-pad does feel good, but it is kind of noisy. So I mean, if you're playing with the D-pad like that, you're probably playing like a fighting game or something like that anyway. So you should already be used to making loud noises when you're pressing buttons all over the place when you're playing a fighting game. But that's just me. Uh, then going into the PS5, which I found very very interesting, and my major problem with both consoles actually tie into one another. So I'll talk about the good things about the PS5. The fact that they
Whoa.
do have great experiences on there right now. Like you're yeah, you can get Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS4 and that, but if you're not playing it on the PS5, you're missing out on a lot just because it's a very good looking game. And I'm real glad that it is. Like I expected it to be a really good game. It's basically its own line of Spider-Man. Um so technically for a lot of people think of this as your first Spider-Man experience if you've never played Spider-Man before. Uh Not saying it's not a good game to play on the PS4. It's a really good game to play on the PS4 because the story alone is just like they do such a great job with these games. It's mind blowing. But
Yeah.
if you're looking for if you're looking for the best experience, you need to have a PS5 for this. That's one game. Godfall is an actual like PS5 game, which you can't play on the PS4. So that's a game that's like truly next gen. Um, I'm kind of indifferent on it right now, just because I look at it and immediately I keep thinking to myself, "Oh, look, it's another action RPG. What kind of game does it remind me of? It looks like another looter action game." A lot of people are like, "Oh man, it's like Destiny," and it's like, "No, no, no, it's not like Destiny. It's like Warframe. Warframe literally like Godfall and Warframe almost look exactly the same. They look like they can fall literally in the same type of universe. So for me personally, I'm more of a fan of Warframe just because I've been playing it for the past 7 years now, and they actually did improve the graphics and everything. Like they gave it that next gen like bump up, so it has dynamic lighting and like ray tracing and all this other crazy stuff. You can bump it up to 4K now on your console if you have the PS5 or Series X, which is amazing. It's beautiful. So obviously, if you're gonna really try to flesh out as beautiful, like to make it look as beautiful as possible, I would say get the Series X version. And remember, guys, this game is free. Warframe is absolutely free. Godfall is $70 right now. So on top of the PS5 that you're buying, which those we'll say you're buying the digital version, that's $399, plus another $70 for another game, which that would be Godfall. Of course, you probably would want another experience. Like I said, I do recommend for people to go out and buy Spider-Man Miles Morales because I think it'd be a better idea. Even though I kind of feel like
That
some of the
costs
prices
money too.
between the 4 and 5 are kind of the prices between the 4 and 5 are kind of dumb because I think Miles Morales is like 30 or $40 in the PS4. You got to confirm that for me.
It's
But
I'll confirm it. I'll get the results. They're my thoughts.
yeah. But I know on the PS5 is actually at retail price from what I've been hearing.
Yeah, you're right about
that. Yeah?
I bet the PS5 being retails.
Yeah. So it's an interesting thing because this kind of goes into my big problem with both consoles, the fact that the storage is too small. And what I mean by that, for those who don't know, the PS5 has an 825 gigabyte internal storage, and the Xbox Series X, I'm not counting the S here for reasons that I'm about to explain in a bit, has a terabyte of storage. Now, because of that, the operating system does take room. So then when it comes down to it, the operating system for both consoles take about a good 20 to 25% of the storage. So I do believe instead of having 825, I think you're down to like 680 gigs of storage on the PS5 and about 825 gigs on the 802 gigs actually. That I know for exactly. 802 gigs on the Xbox Series X. Now, the reason why I'm not adding the Xbox Series S, the smaller version, because it's only 500 gigs, and I think it puts it down to like 238 or something like that. Now, my biggest gripe with that is the fact that for those who haven't been living under a rock and actually do play their games and pay attention to how much their storage is within their system, you know that there's a lot of great games that are about 100 gigs each. Some that like I kind of wish I was over exaggerating on that, but like a game like Modern Warfare, for example, that game alone is like 250 something gigs. What? Like, okay, so essentially I can't even put the entirety of Modern Warfare on the Xbox Series S, and then that's already a huge portion on both the X and the PS5 storage. I can't like that's too much for me right there. Destiny, yeah, they compressed everything down, like it's actually down to like 78 gigs now, which is great. But for example, like in order for you to put it on your PS5, I believe you need to have at least 130 gigs of storage like open. So even though it's like 68 to 70 gigs on the PS5, you need to have like a certain amount of storage in order to put it on. And some games are actually like that on the PS5. So the biggest issue I really have with this new generation of consoles is the fact that they don't have enough storage at all whatsoever. And even if you have your old external storage and you're using that in order for you to play your older games onto the next generation, or the I guess now current generation consoles, that causes an issue now because I don't think you're able to actually upgrade your stuff so then you'd be able to play the enhanced version. Like you're just playing the regular version of that game, and in order for you to actually play the enhanced version, you need to go out and spend a hefty amount of money for a new external storage that'll be able to optimize all your stuff. On top of that, play all your next gen games. So for the Xbox Series X, they have theirs for $220. We've talked about this in the previous episode, how I thought that this was going to be a problem, and this is definitely a problem now. And wow, like I feel bad for a lot of people who are going into this thinking to themselves like, oh man, like this is gonna be awesome, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be able to play all these games. No, not at once. You're gonna have to cycle through a lot of your games, especially if you have a huge digital catalog or just a catalog in general. If you have a huge assortment of games that you're able to play on your new consoles, then just know that you're probably gonna have to switch around between games. Like you're probably gonna have to delete a game in order to play a game. Like I can go ahead and play The Witcher. Well, I can't really use The Witcher because The Witcher's like freaking like 40 gigs. Like that's actually a game that, even though it's a huge game, is actually very small compared to a lot of games that aren't as big as that game. but for some reason need more storage. Like it's crazy to me. The PS5 I feel real bad for because a lot of their games are definitely up there in the 70, 80, 90 gigabyte mark. And that chews up their storage real fast. That's why I always thought it was weird that they had like 825 gigs of storage. Like that is a weird number to kind of like set your standard on.
For real, they were
That's,
trying to make sure they, I guess maybe to make it cheap as possible. But I'm surprised they wouldn't just take the hit and put it like 1 terabyte in that.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like that goes into that whole conversation that we had a couple episodes ago, where I ended up bringing up that hey, like I rather like instead of them making us spend the extra $250 or whatever it's going to be, like why not just add it to the price? Like just do it. Might as well. Like
Oh yeah, you're right.
you're already gonna make us pay for it anyway because we kind of have no choice at this point. You know, if you really want that next generation experience, it's gonna cost a pretty penny. Like I'd say you may be spending like the $400 or $500 on the consoles, but you're actually paying for, let's say, at minimum, a $800 to $900 experience
All right,
at
so
minimum.
for that Spider-Man thing, both of them is actually $50.
50. Well, either way, that's still very interesting because it's yeah, it's its own story. I literally just got that saying that, but how much of it how much of a difference is there with that, like between both games? I really want to know that because I think if you buy the PS4 version, you can't cross, like you can't cross gen it, can you? Like you
Cross
can't. Okay,
Janet.
I bought it on the PS4, like, well, to
Oh,
put it
I
to
know what you
like,
mean.
okay, I bought it on the PS4, can I now take the same purchase that I got on PS4 and bring it to PS5? Can you do that? Because if you could at least do that, then I'd be happy.
Um, Let me see
Because
here.
if you can't, then that already is a problem. Because that's essentially saying that I need to spend $100 on the same exact game in order for me to have that experience, which I will definitely have issues with.
Something with that, I would say I would have to look at the downloadable way for that.
Right.
Cause if you're gonna get in disc, I feel like um projected to stick with with that with that console.
It's interesting.
But
Well, yeah,
I'll go
my
on my PlayStation right now. It's right here. So
alright, cool. But that my biggest issue is the storage right now. The fact that we don't have enough storage on these consoles,
so
and
even
the
with
price the
that,
the price gouging is another issue, but that's kind of like a third party market situation because that's a lot of people going out buying multiple consoles and then selling the ones that they're not going to use for like 3 4 times the price. That's kind of ridiculous. Like I saw examples on eBay of PS5s going up to like 1,500 to $2,000 just because they say, oh, they're low out of stock and everything. I honestly don't believe that they're out of stock. I do believe that they're kind of sort of what's the term I'm looking for? Not corkscrew. But basically they're filtering it. There we go. They're filtering how many consoles are coming out because they know holiday sales are coming out, and a lot of people are gonna want a PS5 because it's in high demand. So a lot of people are gonna want to go and spend buku amounts of cash. But price gougers are, I was about to say eye gougers. Price gougers are taking a full advantage of that and like taking advantage of people who just want to go out and get a PS5 just because it's the new thing. In all honesty, I don't think any game is worth $1,500. Like, why are you spending $1,500 on a home console? If you're gonna be doing that, might as well just go out and get a PC. Like, why are you spending this much money just because? Like, oh, well, I don't want to play a mouse and keyboard. Get a controller for your PC, then, weirdo. Like, that's possible. That's doable. You can play your experiences on games however you choose on the PC. So for the fact that people use the mouse and keyboard as an excuse, it's kind of weird at this point. Like, it's 2020. You're able to play on whatever like controller you want on to your PC. It's
uh,
all doable now.
alright. So this product entitles you to download both the digital PS4 version and the digital PS5 version of this game. Although this game is playable on PS5, some features may be available on PS4, may be absent. And you could go on the PlayStation website, .com/BC for more details. So yeah,
Interesting.
so you buy it here. It's weird how they say and the digital PS5. Currently, just say uh PS5 generally.
They could just say PS5 generally, because you're talking about essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Like either digital or physical, you're still gonna have like that game. So then, are they saying the digital because maybe
Oh, cause you
there's
had
a
yeah.
technicality with the physical?
So yeah, I think that's what it is. Even though I could have sworn I heard from a podcast, I'm just saying this out there. I don't know if it's fact or not, but they said if you trade in the disc for the other system, that they would be able to do that. Not too sure though. I wouldn't risk it. I'm just saying. That's why I could have sworn I heard. But yeah. So there's that. Oh yeah. So the only okay. So that like how you said with the like how I bought Cold War for the PS4, right?
Right.
I paid that extra $10 just so I could download it on the PS5.
Right, and I did the same thing with the Xbox version because I'm still rocking the Xbox One. I've already been telling everyone I'm not gonna get a Series X until Cyberpunk comes out. When Cyberpunk comes out, you're not gonna probably hear me from a month. So the shows during that first month of Cyberpunk being out, it's just gonna be Vile versus, and then he probably bring in like special guests.
Oh
Who
yeah,
knows?
yeah. I would definitely do that. Even though I'll be on Cyberpunk too. No, I'm just kidding. I know how to maintain my time. I do have some guesses on the line too. It'd be interesting. So if you're ever
All right.
absent, I
All
could
right.
get
Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm most likely gonna be absent because Cyberpunk.
a. Fair enough. I respect that. It'd
To
be
be honest, I should prepare my 2 weeks for for work so I can let them know that yeah, I'm not coming in. I'm playing Cyberpunk. That's life now.
that'd be hilarious.
Like the only person that will give access to me is my daughter. She's the only person capable of calling me. So if you want to contact me, you have to go through her in order to contact me.
Hello, Mara's manager.
Yeah, yeah, she can be my manager. No, but going into this whole situation with the next generation consoles, I really like the way how they're looking. I like the way how both operating systems are, and they're great experiences. However, the thing that really holds them back right now with just the consoles themselves would be the storage. Because at this point, you're essentially able to download a few games, and then you have to play those, and you have to delete those games, and then download new games. So then, like months at a time, you're gonna be wasting a lot of storage just so then you be able to play whatever game you're gonna be playing. Like I can only imagine how the internet prices are gonna be going up now because everyone's gonna go over their limit. So I think doesn't everyone have like a terabyte or something of a
Everybody
limit
usually gets a
on their
terabyte.
internet? Yeah, because I think I have like 1.2 on mine. So then I usually keep track of how many games and stuff that I download a month. So then I know am I going over. Thankfully, I have games like Call of Duty that I already downloaded, so I don't have to go through that. So, in all honesty, I'm probably not gonna even want to play Modern Warfare anymore because now going into the games, because you did bring up Cold War. Cold War is a lot of fun.
It really
Call of
is.
Duty Cold War is like it's it's the arcade chaotic Call of Duty that everyone kind of wanted versus the Modern Warfare's realistic feel. And it's enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing various different ways. I've played through some of the campaign. I played zombies with Hero Spartan. Shout outs to him. And I also played a crap ton of multiplayer. I'm pretty sure, as you seen yesterday, and the reason why we didn't do the show was due to the fact that I was actually playing and practicing for a tournament yesterday on Call of Duty. I'll drop the results on what happened with that at another time. All I'm gonna say is this game is wild.
The story is so amazing, dude. I couldn't believe it. And then for the zombies, I did play zombies. I made it to a certain level. I won't spoil which level, but were you able to call in the helicopter to get you? I
Yeah,
all I gotta say is, did I make or did I not? You guys will find out sometime next week or this week.
Ooh. And definitely check out, for those who didn't know, Vilecash did post up another video of him playing Call of Duty Black Ops for the first time. I highly recommend to watch it because it is a lot of fun to watch. And I will say, if you were running with the boys, you wouldn't have died so much.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm pretty sure, but I would have to edit that part. I'm gonna just show the first match that I played because then my buddies did end up inviting me, and I do not want to show that match just because I know the voices was on, and yeah, that's about it. But yeah,
But yeah, man, I mean, everything has been a ton of fun now on Call of Duty. I do say that it is a good experience to actually jump to the next one. If you feel like you have just enough Call of Duty in your life with Modern Warfare, just stick to Modern Warfare. It's fine. There's still going to be a crap ton of people playing on Modern Warfare, so you're not really missing out on like the player base in that. The reason why I ended up jumping into it were for two reasons. One, I figured that I would want a full-on experience when it comes to the competitive side of things, and like even right now, like as we speak, I actually have which on right now. I actually have my favorite Call of Duty player, Karma. He's playing right now in a control match. It looks like kicking ass and taking names, and it's this game is just amazing to watch competitively. I can't wait when competitions start. Which huge shout outs to Optic Chicago. For those who don't know about that whole situation. Let me go on the B path real quick.
all right, esports news.
Yes.
Wow.
Esports news. This past week, it was announced that Optic Gaming has indeed been acquired once again by its original owner, Hector Rodriguez, aka Optic Hex, and now the Chicago Huntsmen are no more, and now they're going to be called Optic Chicago. So for those
Yeah.
who
Woo.
do know about me following the Call of Duty scene from these past episodes, I'm hugely a fan of the Chicago Huntsmen because the work they did as Optic, and it was sad that they lost the name, but now it's back in its rightful home, in its rightful place, and I can't wait to buy merch
And
that's gonna all say Optic Chicago.
Chicago was way better than Huntsman Chicago.
Yeah, like Chicago Huntsman, Optic Chicago. Obviously, the name Optic bears so much weight because it's been a part of the Call of Duty scene, a competitive scene at least, for the longest time now.
Years.
Not just competing, but like you talking like snipe montages, team houses, like a bunch of crazy stuff. And now that it's back with its rightful owner and its rightful people, people who know how to take care of the brand name correctly and not run it to the ground like they almost did.
They almost did.
I hate Immortals for that. They almost ran that name to the ground. Like that is saddening. But now it's back in its rightful place. And on top of that, other news as well. For the LA Optic squad, they're no longer LA Optic. They're actually now LA Thieves. Now, for those who don't know, 100 Thieves is also a brand that became very synonymous with Call of Duty because of the owner. The owner, known as Nadeshot. For those who don't know, Nadeshot was originally an Optic member. He ended up branching out. Yes, this is basically more Optic branding in its own way. But I would say like Nadeshot did a really good job growing his brand in that, and it's really awesome to see that 100 Thieves is back in the Call of Duty scene again. Because before they weren't able to because they ended up acquiring a bunch of other esports teams and they weren't able to spend the money. So now that they have less teams and there's a spot open, they're like, well, since LA no longer has Optic, let's bring back the 100 Thieves into the scene. And now we have literally every piece that you would need in the Call of Duty scene. We have FaZe, we have Optic, we have 100 Thieves, and Empire. Dallas Empire might be changing their name. They might be they might be changing back to the Envy Squad again and that's a good thing because then basically every original name that has been around in the Call of Duty scene forever will be coming back. That's a beautiful thing. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this. Like I'm so hyped. I'm so excited.
New
The
Call of
Call of
Duty,
Duty
new
community.
teams. Oh man, dude, this is
Yes,
gonna go amazing. Let's go. This is the Call of Duty. It took Call of Duty to change these rules, and that is amazing.
and they're gonna keep on changing them until everyone's satisfied, which is beautiful. Um,
I don't know
the,
about
the,
that,
the
man.
sucks right now, like everything's still online, obviously because of COVID. But once the tournaments start coming up, best believe we are going to every Chicago tournament possible. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit up Vio all the time, be like, bro, this
Take this
tournament
day
coming up.
off.
Like, don't even take it off. If you have to quit, quit anyway. Because we are going. We are making full money on this. We're gonna go Dexerto. We're gonna go full Dexerto. We're gonna do Call of Duty news only. We're gonna go crazy on it. I'm super hyped, super excited about this upcoming season. Just because the game's really good. The scene is getting back to like its original roots, and it's making it easier for the player base to actually get involved as well. The Challenger series. I did say I was going to talk about this a little later. For those who don't know, I don't have a camera on again, mainly because I look too ugly, and a lady friend of mine actually hurt my feelings about how ugly I look. So I'm not going to look at myself in camera anymore until I get a haircut, which is coming up. But I am going to announce what has been going on in the background. I have a team, kind of. I can't necessarily say what the name of the team is, but I do have 4 members of a Call of Duty team that are supposed to start working together and getting better before the Challenger series. And I want to be able to help these guys go through and become the type of players that I know that they are, and like really show themselves off in the scene. So I'm pretty excited about that. The interesting thing now is getting the team to work with their chemistry, because I will say their first tournament they already lost, and it hurt my feelings so much because they lost the first match. And it was a one and done tournament. It was for $5,000, and it was for Search and Destroy. They had a bunch of really good rounds, and I'm super hyped to see what these guys are going to do later on. But they need to start practicing with each other. That is the major issue right now. It's gonna happen.
5,000?
It's gonna happen because I'm gonna kind of jump on these guys a little more to like go ahead and practice some more and like get used to playing the game.
He's
Once
gonna.
that happens, man, these guys are gonna be so dominant. I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. They had good rounds. There were some rounds where like they'll be like 1v4, they'll just go off. Like I was so hyped about that. Like, this team is gonna be so good. Now the team name I'll be announcing in a video that I'm actually working on right now.
Wait, what?
Yes, I'm working on a video right now as we speak.
That is so weird. I thought I never heard those words in my entire life.
Yes, pretty soon I will be pushing out content, make an announcement. For those who
Oops.
don't know, the 14 years of Beast Mode is actually coming up very soon. 14 years of Beast Mode. Like I started it, like literally 16 years ago. No, 14 years ago, in 2006, on a Black Friday. I started it on a Black Friday. I can't even believe that was even a thing.
Wait, what
But
the
yeah,
hell?
man.
That's so random. That's so weird.
Well, the reason why, because that it was after Thanksgiving we went out and got a 360, and that's when we got Call of Duty 2 and Gears of War.
I knew it was gonna be
And
your
then,
story. You're
oh
waiting
yeah,
in a line in GameStop, and then you turn around and you're like, "Hey, you guys are gonna play Call of Duty?" They're like, "Yeah, you wanna make a team?" Yeah.
nah. For me, it was Gears, man. Gears of
Oh,
War was my
games.
bread and butter, bro.
Yeah.
Gears of War is my bread and butter.
When you
Gears
announced
of War is the reason why Beast Mode exists.
when you announced the news when you were making a video, my controller dropped and disconnected the mic. Like it was just shocked. I guess that's why they call it dual shock. But what you call
It's a
it?
horrible pun, but I like it.
But yeah, that's wild. I can't wait. Can't wait to see
Yeah,
what's
man.
popping.
Go ahead and make that announcement, and then a new team name is going to be coming up as well. Yeah. For those who've been paying attention to the games I've been playing and me switching all the clan tags, except for Destiny, uh, then you already have an idea on what the team name is going to be. I will be making an official announcement very soon. I
Wait,
would say at the latest, not this upcoming week, but the week after, because I want to make it on like the birthday of Beast Mode, so then everyone does know what's going on. And
I
from
see
there
what you
on,
mean.
I'm gonna be yes, yes, yes. And then from there on, I want to be able to like keep making videos for everyone. You know, talk about games here and there, just little by little, to and also maybe like hint at a couple things that we'll start talking about in the show here. Like just building blocks, people, building blocks. And I'm not the only one working on content. You know, I'm definitely not going to be the only one riding this ship. So this is going to be pretty exciting. I'm hyped. Not as hyped as I was for Destiny 2 when it came out. Oh my god. Destiny Beyond Light. I don't know if you've played it or not,
No, I
but
haven't.
Beyond Light is on Game Pass. For those who do not know, if you have Xbox, you can get it on Game Pass, or you can cuff up the $40 that it costs in order to play it, or the $70 because, or yeah, the $70 version because you get that and then each season pass for the rest of the year. And I do think that the season passes are going to be well worth it. Um, Destiny 2 so far, I've been really happy about everything that I've seen so far. The new stasis abilities are absolutely sick. I love using them online and just messing with people. Apparently, some people are a little upset that it's easy to kill people once you freeze them. I mean, what did you expect? Some guns, some old guns that were really bad, they actually improved, and I'm super happy about that. I do feel like this is more of a hand cannon meta, which is great. I absolutely love hand cannons in the game. Shooting wise, mechanically, like Destiny 2 is a really fun game. I actually started over one of my characters as well. I started over my warlocks, and I'd be able to help other people go through the game. So once that time comes and they start hitting me up like, hey, I'm getting back into the game, can you help me out? I'll be able to jump on that character and progress with him so that I'd be able to help other people out, which I'm super excited for. I'm never going to switch out my Titan main. My boy is staying. He looks awesome as hell. I should take a picture and like post it up on my Twitter because he looks like he's ready for this winter. All right, like I still have like the super cool looking Spartan armor that I had the previous season, but I ended up adding like a winter coat and everything on him, and he actually looks like he belongs on Europa, which is the new uh no, the new public space that they opened up for everyone. So you could go do public events, run around, look for like different secrets, and a lot of the campaign, the bulk of the campaign is actually on Europa, and it's been an amazing experience so far. I'm loving it. Each week they're gonna be adding more to the story. This upcoming Saturday, the raid's gonna be coming out. I already have a team ready. Well, we're not technically ready yet. We're still building on our light level because we're trying to hit max light level in order for us to go through. Because if we don't, then we're probably going to get stomped on the entire time. And oh my god, man, the story implications in this game is so good. It's there's a lot of lore in the background, but then there's a lot of stuff that they're showing off in the forefront as well. That I don't think even long time Destiny players like me are even ready for it. I'm ready for it, but then I'm not ready for it.
Sure. Even though I know your
Sorry.
skills, it would be like, already acing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, if you beat the raid within the first 24 hours, you get a special emblem. If you are one of the first three three groups to go through the raid, then you also get a championship belt. First place gets a gold belt. Second, then they're all raid belts. The first place gets a gold belt. Second place gets a silver, and then obviously third gets a bronze. So that's a very special thing. This will be my very first raid attempt on Destiny 2 to play Worlds first, and I don't think we'll make Worlds first, but for the fact that we'll be a part of that experience makes it pretty fun, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Don't doubt yourself. Who knows, this might be your chance.
Hey man, like you already see my skill in the game. You already know how good I am, but that's PvP. When it comes to PvE, it's a lot of mystery solving. This is gonna be very interesting for everyone. I know a lot of people are gonna be going in using the new stasis. Um, probably one of our clan members fell 6. He's probably gonna stick with um the well of radiance, which is basically a buff for everyone. Like it helps them stay, it helps everyone stay alive for a long time as long as they stay in the circle, and it gives us like a damage buff. So hopefully that'll be able to help us through. They disabled some of our good weapons, which we can't use, and I'm like worried now because that was my PVE setup, and they like broke my PVE setup because apparently the gun I was using was too broken for this latest update, which is sad.
Hell no.
So I think they're gonna keep it disabled until after the raid's done, because they I think they realized like, okay, yeah, using this gun, because I'm not gonna lie, I moonwalked through the entire campaign using the Wither Horde, and like and that definitely a pun intended for those who don't know, Europa is a moon of Jupiter. So oh my god, man, I am hyped. I'm so hyped. I'm excited. Destiny 2 is exactly where it needs to be. I can't wait to see the extra story parts that you can be adding to it. And if you're not a part of the Destiny community, you can always jump on and contact me, so then you guys will be able to join Beast Mode. You'll be able to get free engrams, free like a bunch of stuff that me and the squad usually gets for the rest of the clan. So then everyone basically has all their stuff set. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
Yes. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, sorry, Vio. I kind of just left you out of that whole conversation.
Nah, it's all good. I can't say much about Destiny.
Yeah, I know you feel like a certain way about it because it's like you jump on, you don't really know what to do. I don't want to be that guy, but I will say it is very easy to find out what to do. You just have to read your bounties. Once you read your bounties, you have an idea where to go.
That's
Because
facts.
the maps are super easy to navigate. They actually fixed the map too. I don't know if you actually seen it, but they got rid of the 4 planets that were being attacked, and we ended up getting Europa. We got a new area on Earth called the Cosmodrome. It's not really new for most players because it's literally the Cosmodrome from Destiny 1 that they moved to D2, which I'm happy they finally did. Oh my god, they should have never kept it out in the first place. But yeah, so far things are looking pretty exciting right now.
That's good. That's good.
Other games wise, like, did you play anything else? Because I know I went on a crazy tangent just there, like, but did you play anything else before we go to the next subject?
Let me see. Cold War. What was I playing before Cold War? I know. I played Fairy Tale. It wasn't the game I expected it to be. It's like one of those turn-based games where you take attack and then the other players take attack. It's actually quite easier than some other turn-based games I've seen, so I was able to navigate that. But no, I haven't been playing that much. So yeah. What's the next subject? Um, Mari?
I'm over here
No.
thinking, like,
Oh, but I do have something to talk about. Did you know about Lil Nas collabing with Roblox?
no, but I think it's a cool thing to do
I,
because obviously a lot of younger kids do play it, and Lil Nas X is a person who's trying to be there for the younger kids.
is
So
he?
for the fact that he's doing that, yeah,
I thought his music was like explicit, isn't it?
some of it is. Like Old Town Road isn't really explicit. Rodeo isn't really explicit.
Uh, I don't know. I don't really listen to him that much, so I don't know his things. I just assumed if
No,
it
no,
was
he
rappers
isn't. He
trying to.
isn't really explicit. He isn't really
Okay.
that explicit.
So he had a concert on it. That's how he collabed. He did a concert just
Oh,
like
okay. That's neat. That's pretty neat.
I thought people was trolling, but then I saw a live clip and then I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I was like, that's quite interesting. I can't say it was better than Fortnite though with Travis Scott. You know, that was lit. This one was like, it was alright.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet who thought that that whole thing that was going on with the Travis Scott concert was corny. I thought that shit was hella corny.
It's the best we're gonna get for this year, as far as concerts, a virtual one. So that's pretty dope. I just wish they had a marshmallow one. I want that. I play a little bit more of Animal Crossing. I would just wish someone with like a lot of bills, just send me bills. I just need a million bills, and then I could enjoy myself in the game. There's a lot I have to do on this island, and I just don't have the time for it because there's so many other better games in that game. But I just want it for socializing reasonings. Like what if my friends want to go to my island? I don't want to show up and look at my island like I'm like a beginner type of deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's good that you're still playing that game because it goes to show like it has good replayability. Like you're able to jump on and do a bunch of different things still. And I know you had to manage like a lot of your stuff as well, so that makes sense.
yeah, and every little detail you have to pay for, and I'm like, damn. And I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. I don't know if I'm supposed to be friendly to the villagers there, so they could donate some bills, so I could have a bridge and stairs. Like, come
No,
on
man,
now.
be a terrible landlord to your island.
That's what I did in the beginning. My house is on one side, and their houses is all on the other side. I keep myself separated from the village.
You Bruce Wayne yourself?
Yeah, basically. I'm
Like
like,
Wayne Manor is all the way like 15 miles like away from the actual Gotham City.
because I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I played Halo. Not Halo. Hollow Knight. It's a little cool.
Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I played it. It was free this month for PlayStation, and it was pretty amazing.
Ooh,
I
sweet.
enjoyed it. Um, I don't think I'll be going back to it though. I just enjoyed that moment I had with it.
I'm not gonna lie. Give it time. Like in a couple months, you're gonna want to do it again.
I'll see. You're probably right though. It's that type of game where it's like you will play it eventually. Just you won't. You choose to versus you forcing yourself to in a way. Cause like I plan to play Call of Duty story mode tomorrow throughout this whole week until I finish it, so I could focus on the story mode and level up. Cause I do want to know the story of the cold. Well, their Call of
The
Duty.
Black Ops story.
Yeah.
Even though it's between Black Ops 1 and 2, I'm not gonna lie, spoiler alert, you kind of know who lives and who dies. But but the events that are happening within the game so far, because I'm playing through it, you actually this isn't much of a spoiler because it kind of just happens. You do create a character that's a part of the campaign that's codenamed Bell.
I was gonna mention that part because I love that part. I love how you were able to choose a name.
Yeah, and then like it kind of gets you immersed in the game. Like you sort of have like ways to do certain things, and that's pretty cool. I'm pretty hyped about it. I'm pretty excited to see where the rest of the story is gonna go from where I'm at. A lot of people had a problem with, oh, why do you have to choose binary? How come you could choose binary? And all honesty, I don't even care anymore. People want to add inclusion, and people want to add inclusion in the history that doesn't really have inclusion. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If they like, I know I'm probably gonna get a little bit of flack for this, but in all honesty, if you really want to be a part of a story, make your own part of the story. It's fine. Where do you think all these came from? Like, you don't have to be like I don't need to know if you're non-binary in the 80s. Like, it's the 80s. People are taking drugs. Rock and roll's freaking amazing right now. Like, I'm not paying attention to that right now.
Escobar was going crazy.
And but you know what? It is to each their own right now. Speaking of inclusion and whatnot, a lot of people have been playing the brand new Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm not gonna lie, because usually I like watching other people play it now, just because I'm not much into the game itself anymore, because it got too RPG-ish for me. Like for me, the original Assassin's Creed games were fun. Like AC1, 2, all the way up to about 4 Black Flag is where I kept my attention span, and now I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I feel you.
I am still paying attention to a lot of stuff that people are doing though. I still pay attention to like where the story could be going. I'm just not playing it myself. I hate to break it to you, but I don't like Valhalla. It looks boring. Very boring. It's a really big open world that is barren. There's like literally nothing to do. And once you get to a certain point in the game, like it's not even Assassin's Creed. You don't even need to go stealth. You can literally kill everything and not even be. You don't have to worry about stuff. You can be like I've watched other people like 7, 8, 9, 10 levels under leveled, and they still go through the campaign no problem. Like what?
Interesting.
Like it's and these people are like the person who I'm watching. He spent about a good 67 hours on the campaign,
Yeah, son.
and now he's starting to complain about it. But I've been complaining about it from like I've been complaining about everything that he's complaining about now at the 40-hour mark. He's almost at 70 hours. Like, and he's a huge Assassin's Creed fan too, which is really strange to even hear him complain about it. Because he did have a couple complaints from the last game because it was too big and like everything just kind of felt weird.
Oh yeah, I
The
hate it.
past 3 games have been like that. Origins has been like that for me, but at least I enjoyed the story in Origins. Odyssey was okay. There were some parts that I really liked, some parts I didn't. And in this new game, it's like, eh. At least for me, it's eh. It's a big meh. If you really are into the Assassin's Creed story, I'd say you can jump into this game and find good parts about it that you're gonna fully enjoy. But for me, from the experience that I've been having so far, I eh, I'm not gonna want to pick it up. I'll maybe rent it. Like I'll
Fuck.
probably Redbox it.
Oh.
No, actually, I can't even Redbox it because I have a digital console. So I guess
Uh,
that's out of the question.
oh dang! You know, I was gonna say, GameFly, but damn, son, did you know? Maybe it might be on Game Pass soon.
In all honesty, it probably will end up on Game Pass. Like everything else is ending up on Game Pass. Like I'm waiting for Cyberpunk 2077 to be like, okay, so we're dropping, right? But we're also dropping on Game Pass. Like that would blow everyone's mind.
It would. It definitely would. So you know what? I'm pretty disappointed. Okay, I'm disappointed at PlayStation again. Yes, another disappointment.
Also,
So on Twitter, Xbox congrated PlayStation for releasing on that day, and they didn't say anything back. They treated them like strangers,
it'd
and
be like
that's just petty. I'm telling you, PlayStation promotion team back in the day would have been more lit if the same people was working on it from today. Maybe they fired them for having too much fun with their brand or something. They gotta stop being so serious and start having fun. Somebody needs to pass them the bottle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
that.
But oh, did you hear about the Ubisoft thing where people thought they were getting a hostage situation?
No, I didn't hear about that.
So the police was right in front of the building, and it wasn't because of a hostage situation. It was such clickbaited because it did say possibly a hostage situation, but you clearly see in the photo that there's a bunch of people outside walking. I guess they were protesting for something, not too sure what it was, but there was just a lot of people walking the streets, and the officers was trying to make sure that maintaining the crowd type of deal. So there was no hostage situation. Everybody's fine in the building of Ubisoft. But you get all those fans. It's like, oh my god, it's like Siege. I was so done. But yeah. What else? Oh, what about Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs Legion. This has been a very interesting thing. I have a friend of mine who's playing it currently right now. They're saying there's a lot of really fun stuff to it, but like story wise it's kind of bland. The reason why, because a lot of the characters are essentially just the same, just wearing different clothes. Like the same interactions that you have with everyone in the story, but even if you had a completely different character and you played through the story again, it's going to be the same exact reaction. So that kind of broke the experience for him a little bit, but at the same time he's also been telling me that there's a lot of neat things that you're able to do, and the fact that you're able to do the whole permadeath feature is actually a lot of fun.
Interesting. Of course, certain dialogue does change. Like they were asked, like, "Oh, aren't you a little too old for this type of deal or something like that?" Because you play as like an old lady or something.
Yeah.
I heard from the British people, which is so weird. Not British people, England people, because they could be all over. They said it was too stereotypical, and I find it weird because I could have sworn a British English team worked on it.
Yeah, actually they did. They went out and did a lot of scaling for different places and areas.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's not a scale for scale like exactly of London,
I heard it
But
was.
there's some really good big monument. No, there some of the monuments in that, yeah. But of course, you have to keep it kind of small because you can't make that much of a big map
Yeah, no,
because
you're
then
right.
they'll take it would take forever. But they do have a lot of like real popular places within London on there, which is pretty cool. That is so amazing that they're capable of doing that. They did it with Chicago with the first Watch Dogs. Did it with Watch Dogs 2 with San Francisco, which is pretty freaking awesome still. I honestly think that Watch Dogs 2 is probably the better game out of all three now.
I did play Watch Dogs 2
Um,
on the PC. It was free on Epic Games. I told myself I was never gonna play it, but I ended up playing it, and it was actually pretty fun. It kept me going. But yes, because I watched a documentary on it, and I was doing some school stuff, and I was writing about Siege, and then I came across another video of them talking about Watch Dogs, and they're like, "Oh yeah, oh no, it was on the Ubisoft Forward," and she's like, "Yeah, I ride my bike every day, and I'm the type of person who puts she put like Easter eggs in a way. She puts like a little signature so people know that she worked on it. She approves the locations, how they look and stuff like that. So like in most of the Assassin's Creed games, she added a boat full of cats. And I was
huh.
like, oh, okay. I never came across them, but other players had, and I'm like, that's pretty interesting how she adds that small little detail, and nobody really haven't noticed unless they really look for it. So Watch Dogs might have an alley full of cats. You just never know. But yeah. So that's all the
any
news.
any is it all the news?
Oh wait. Oh no, you got something, don't you?
Oh, wait. Might I actually might? Let,
Oh.
let me let me let me double confirm it right now over my phone first.
Oh snap! You're finding something live.
Yes, maybe. I'm not sure.
I have to take a look to see what's it's. I need to check Twitter.
Mm, you know what? Nah, that's a maybe. I gotta make sure if it's credible or not. If it is, then I'll put it on for the next show. I gotta go check my sources a little more on to see whether or not if it's credible.
Is it about
But yeah,
the
man, I guess that'll be pretty much. Wait, go ahead.
Nah, I didn't find it. I didn't find it. You can go
Okay,
ahead.
cool. No, I was gonna end up saying, man, if that's the end of the show, man, we can go ahead and close this up then. Another one in the books.
Oh, Billie Eilish made a music video, and one of it
I
was
mean,
with a mom.
if we're going outside game news, I mean, there's a couple things we could talk about.
Outside
Uh,
gamers? This is topics. This is gaming, entertainment, music. Not
all right,
music.
so
I added that
so
part, but entertainment is music and movies.
so since we're talking about that, WandaVision is gone. In the year 2020, it's coming out 2021. Sad face.
What's One
Uh,
Division?
WandaVision,
Oh,
the
oh, okay.
yeah, the Disney Plus movie with Scarlet Witch and Vision. But not movie, the show that's going to be coming out. It's moved to 2021, which is fine because everyone's been crazy about this whole Baby Yoda situation. For those who don't know, Mandalorian season 2 is out. 3 episodes have passed. Episode 2 was very specific to everyone because everyone was mad. Why were they mad? Because Baby Yoda keeps eating eggs and hatchlings of things. Why is he eating all of that?
'Cause he
People are mad
hungry.
about this, but I'm mad at these people because they don't realize, like, don't you think this little guy's hungry? Like, how often does he eat in the show?
I don't think. I was thinking. I'm like, did the dude even feed him? Does he even feed him?
Barely. I saw him feed him in episode 4.
And
I
yeah,
think, I think episode 7.
like he's feeding him like probably like twice a week. I mean, no, I don't really know the time.
I mean, storyline wise, yeah, probably. Yo, you're probably right on that.
Yeah.
Is oh no, like yeah, of course Baby Yoda's gonna be eating, and on top of that, people are like upset because he's eating the eggs. Don't you guys eat eggs? Like you guys don't. And if you're the vegan people,
Dude.
you're not a part of this conversation. You shouldn't even
So
be speaking. You're done.
I
You forfeited your life at the moment you went vegan.
I actually ate some eggs this morning, and then
Exactly, but did you
hold
forget
on,
where the eggs come from?
I cracked one, And I swear, dude, it was a strong egg. I felt like it's not a yolk. I feel like that one could have hatched if it was still warm.
Well, that's very possible.
I was like, oh my goodness. So I didn't even open it all the way. I would have gotten too gross out. Even though I know where it's from, but seeing it, that's a whole other thing.
Right. Like people forget about that. Like, come on now. Like we eat other creatures
Plus,
all
this
the
is
time.
Star Wars. Aliens eat creatures, bro. Like that's how it is. Like,
Right.
we saw
How's Baby Yoda gonna
Chewbacca.
survive?
We saw Chewbacca eating a bird right in front of the bird. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
he was eating the porgs.
Yeah.
And he was yelling at him like, "Stop watching me eat your kind." they're just all sitting there crying in front of him.
For real. Like, come on. People, you know what it is? People are bored, man. They just trying to start. They just want to. They're bored. They want to start arguments, drama, because they have nothing else better to do. You know. Just like the community in TikTok. I see those comments. Y'all tripping. I'm staying on TikTok. Y'all can't get me to leave TikTok.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. I'm not saying anything about TikTok because everyone by now should know how I feel about TikTok.
Don't worry.
Waste.
Oh, you know what's something new about TikTok? They have a Let me see if I can find it. They said that everybody's gonna get a I could find it real quick.
Wait, I gotta ask you. Do I have you on my Activision account so we could play crossplay on the Call of Duty?
I don't think so. We could work on that though. TikTok
Oh yeah,
rewards. You get rewards for uploading videos, and you get to earn things like Premiere Rush, Amazon, and some stuff, you know, some useless stuff. Um, okay then. So that's all the TikTok news I have today, guys. Follow me on TikTok. Please get me lit on there. All right, like. Remember, guys, it was 500 subs. You do a collab, and then if I get a K, you'll make one.
Yeah, if you get 1K, I'll make one. If you get 500, I'll do a collab with you.
Alright, you guys heard it from him, from the legend himself.
Yeah, we're still talking about this. Like, even I hate TikTok. I hate it. I hate it so much. Once I end up making a TikTok, it's gonna be nothing but videos on how much I hate TikTok. Watch.
And why'd you blow up like that? That would be amazing.
Like, I hate this.
There's some cool stuff on there. Gaming content. There's a lot of good gaming content on there.
Wanna know where else is a lot of good gaming content? Literally everywhere else.
Alright, guys, this has been Val vs. Mar. As you already know, the gaming detective, the one that lets some things slide except for sculptors. Those people deserve jail time. Anyways, please keep on gaming, be safe, do not buy from scalpers. That's all I gotta say.
And speaking of scalpers, if you're gonna buy from scalpers, buy from ones that have a heart. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, as he already stated, this is the end of the show. You know what? I kind of want you to close out the rest of the show because you did a pretty good job there. I kind of want to let you have the ball rolling. I shouldn't. I'll go ahead and say my goodbyes. Follow my social medias. Find me on Xbox. Find me on Steam. You guys already know the stuff. Find the links down below. And go ahead, Vile. Close it off.
If you guys don't know what to live for your destiny. Live for the truth. And always. I forgot your line. I was gonna steal your line. That's the best line ever. And that is
Pot loading shots, got a lot from the block. Put in work, then I shop. If you try me for this knot, boy, you gon' meet the Glock.
What's up, everyone? This is probably gonna be in the end of the podcast, but check this out. So I joined his party, right? And it said do not disturb. but he was in a party alone, and I was able to join it. You know why? Because I'm Val Cash. You know, I break barriers. You know, I'm the type of person who gets into the VIP excess. That's how it is. You know, I get VIP access. It's like going to a nightclub, and they're like, "Oh, you know, so do you really like the standard? Oh, wait, nope, we know who you are. We see the PlayStation gear. You VIP. Oh, wait a second. What's your name? I'm Val Cash. Oh, shoot, my fault. Here's the premium VIP pass. You know, that's how it be sometimes. Now, you guys are probably wondering, how am I recording this? Well, I am using PC. It's not that hard to tell. I know you guys already spot that from the beginning. At least the real gamers knows out there and stuff like that. So I figured if I can't bring the podcast, I can't get into the call. I'll bring the call to him. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, I don't.
Nick, riding round, probably one in the top. In my hood, what it is, boy, pull over, stop. If you fuck around, up shots and probably won't stop. This the life I live, pay the price you probably would not. See, my mind always on motivation, I could be a trainer. Teach you how to work it and always see all the angles. See, this business, it done been all in my blood, boy, it's good. On my 9 to 5, serve a nigga quick, then count up. See you running.
I don't know what happened to this guy. This is not a bit, by the way. I honestly don't know what happened to that man. It happens. Yep, it happens. I'm not even ready yet, so I'm gonna cut this part out. You guys are gonna notice a jump due to the magic of editing, and